Hi, how are you tonight?
It's a pleasure. You know, I'm so excited to be here this evening. I'm looking forward to it all week. We had such a great show on Sunday evening, and I can't wait to be able to be with all of your listeners and now all of my listeners every Thursday.
Oh,
it's going to be a great time with everybody. I'm looking very forward to it.
And Sid, we got some amazing emails and a really great response to your show, so we're excited to have you.
It's going to be a pleasure. It's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll get a lot of people's lives changed and in the right path for them. You know, I've been doing a lot of thinking about it this last week of what it is that I really wanted for everybody. I understand who I am and the path that I have for everybody, which is taking a stand for everybody's abundance, for everybody's wealth in their own personal life, for their love, for their families, for their career, for everything, and for their soul. Everything that they want to have happen in their life. And by taking that stand for people, they have the ability to be able to give themselves permission to move forward in their life and to have a bountiful life, no matter what that looks like for them. And I was doing a lot of thinking about it, and I thought, wow, how awesome is that there's so many people that are showing up wanting and willing to be okay in their life. And to not only be okay with who they are in their path and to understand who they are, but are taking a stand for themselves and their own families and their own friends, wanting to help them and to give them permission also to be able to have their life be so full, and that they're wanting and they're willing to do it. So it's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a great time.
It is wonderful, and it really shows the change in the world, doesn't it? And how light workers really are starting to come out and really try to find their way. So it's a great sign.
And the thing that I like about it too, I've been doing a lot of thought about this year's energy because this year is so significant that a lot of the people, we've had over history masters, that come out into the public, but they've always been very independent and separate from everybody else. And now it's a time of gathering. It's a time of coming together. It's a universal time of bringing groups together and a combining of people and a combining of forces and a combining of souls. And by coming together, instead of all of us doing it separately for everyone else and all in our own little worlds, bringing that community together is the key in this life, and not only in this life, but this year forward. So we're going to see masses of shift consciousness. We're going to see people coming into groups and communities really becoming vital and vibrant and together. We're coming together again. It's almost like tribes again. People are coming together so that they can move in the same direction, in the same pace, with the same thoughts. It's going to be a very, very powerful time towards the end of this year and for the next 12 years to come. So I'm looking forward to at least being that volunteer and that provider and that person to lead the way and to bring people together. It's going to be fantastic.
It's about time. We've been divided for so long, so it's really the time has come. So
yes, it's a great time of gathering and union. It's a great time of gathering and union.
If I can ask you, Sid, what's your take on the 2012 theory? And I mean, do you feel that has a lot to do with it, that that's an awakening or an enlightenment time for all of us?
And a lot of people aren't going to like what I have to say about that. I think 2012 is just another year.
Okay, yeah, well, that's great too, because we don't need any shake-ups.
I think it's just another year. I don't see the end of the world coming. I don't see Jesus coming back to earth and saying you don't have to pick heaven or hell. I don't see any of that.
That's great.
It's just going to be.
I'll take that.
I don't get Armageddon. Nothing like that. No destruction, and it's just going to be another year. And that kind of probably disheartens a lot of people that are really waiting for something like that, but I just don't feel it. Not at all.
I understand that. I think that if anything, it's an indication of enlightenment, that a time that we're all in right now. I don't think it's going to be any end of the world myself, so I have to agree with you with that. And I think whatever changes have already begun, so there's really nothing to be scared of.
No, and it's like I said, it's just about giving ourselves permission. It's so funny because if we look at humankind, we are so advanced for so many centuries. I mean, we've been here millions of years, you know?
Yeah.
And I would hate to think that the individuals that were here centuries ago were less enlightened. They weren't. They were enlightened just for their time. Like the people that created the wheel, the people that created, you know, for God's sake, you know, bringing us to Earth, from Earth to the moon. You know, the first person that made the car, the telegram, all of those things, they were very advanced and they were very enlightened for their time. And as we keep developing and as we keep growing and bringing souls to Earth, those souls are actually developed for the time that it is now. All of the technology, all of the means and the ways of our advancement, it's still the same. It's the same evolution process. So there's nothing more special or less special from centuries ago to who we are now. It's just a different time and it's just a different state of being with very, very powerful people all along the way.
Exactly. So everything changes, but everything stays the same, I guess. So
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So
yeah, pretty much.
I finally managed to get our switchboard up. I want to announce the second number. And I apologize before I had a blank screen. It's 646-595-4473. And Sid, we already have a full board. So if you're ready, we can take a call.
Let's get to them.
All
let's get to them. Absolutely.
Lots of people wanting you tonight. Okay, let's take area code 408-215. Hi, you're on the air with Sid. What's your name and your question tonight?
Hello?
Hi, 215. You're on the air. Okay, we'll leave them on hold, and we will go to area code 302. You're on the air with Sid.
Hello, how are you today?
Oh, excellent. How are you today?
Oh, I'm fine.
Your name? What's your name, honey?
My name is Tamika, and I'm calling from Delaware. And I have two quick questions. Is that okay, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. My first question is, I was wondering, I'm supposed to be attending a family reunion, and I wanted to know if you could see anything with that, if it's going to go okay, because I've never met them before, and I was a little worried I wasn't going to make it.
Hello?
You still there?
Are you there?
Can you hear the question, Sid?
Yeah, all I heard is that she said that she has a family reunion and she wanted to know how it's going to go because she's never met them.
Right, that's basically all she said so far. Then this caller is Tamika.
Okay, okay, yeah, it's just hard to hear her. You know, I think it's actually going to do very, and your life is finally coming together. It's been very difficult for you in your life. You've had a hard life, honey, and you're gathering and you're trying to search for your path and your way. And I think that this is a good example for you to be able to start not only learning who you are, of course, but having the people that actually fit you instead of doing it all on your own. I keep seeing your life kind of clunky. And so this actually, it's more smooth, it's nicer, and you're going to be very well received, and you're going to actually really enjoy it. It's going to be fun, it's going to be exciting. Yeah, it's great. It's great. So is this your family or is this somebody else's family?
It's supposed to be my dad's side of the family.
You know, I think it's something that you've been missing for a long time, and you're going to find the people there, like I said, are very warm, very welcome, and you know, kind of fun. They're actually kind of fun, and you haven't had fun for a long time either.
I still haven't.
You haven't had fun for a long time, and so and because you haven't, this is going to be very nice. You can have a really nice connection with these people, and I see it very warm and very loving. It's good. It's good.
Oh, that's good. Thank you. I got my sister on the phone. She's going to ask her question. I thank you very much. That makes me so good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Darling, wait a minute. Hold on real quick, before you go. Are you there?
I'm
Okay.
good.
Are you in a relationship right now?
Not really. I'm saying that because I'm leaving my kid's dad, and there's an ex who's trying to pursue me, and I don't know if he's got good intentions or what.
I got it. This is what I'm going to tell you. This was the reason that I was asking you the question. I want you, and I'm going to be really clear with you, okay? But I want you to absolutely know you need to get rid of your baby's daddy, okay? Stop wanting to be something that he's not. Quit holding on to old relationships that don't work for you, okay? And I want you to kick both of them out. I mean, he can still be the baby's daddy, but he doesn't need to have a relationship with you. Your ex, you know what? He's okay, I guess, but he's not even close to enough for you. By February, if you do this, set a wonderful, wonderful man coming into your life. He's gentle, he's loving, he plays music, he's good looking, to top it all off, okay? He actually has a job, and he works hard at it, and you can do really well. And the other thing is, you keep thinking that you can't go back to school. I want you back in school. You need to go back to school.
Oh, my God. You have a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome. I know that you get scared about it. I know you get scared about it. I know you don't know if you have the money for it, okay? You need to get back in school, and I want to see you do it this fall, okay? Quit pretending for something to happen, and I want you to take more initiative in your life and say, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm going, and this is what I'm going to be. I would rather have you have a hard life doing that, trying to create something for yourself, than have hard circumstances keep coming to you by not doing the things that you need to be doing. Being in all what everybody else wants to do. Because 5 years from now, if you don't, you're going to be in the same place. Okay? Exactly. So make a commitment this year. You'll be able to get the financial support that you need to go to school. Your baby's going to be taken care of. You have a new man coming in, and you need to change your life completely, okay? Get rid of these other guys that, and I'll be honest with you, they're losers. You need to get rid of them and quit playing with them, okay? You're welcome.
You know that's it.
Okay?
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome, darling. You are welcome.
Hello?
Okay. Who's our next
Bye.
caller? Hello?
Hello?
Okay, let's take Kimmy. Hi, Kimmy. Are you there? Kimmy, you have a lot of background noise. Kimmy's in the chat room. She requested to be on, but there's so much background noise. Let's see if she could correct that. In the meantime, we're going to take area code 404. Hi, you're on the air with Sid.
Hi.
Hi. What's your name, honey?
Katrina.
Katrina? What can I tell you?
Katrina.
How come you're called? I'm sorry, what?
It's not Katrina. It's Kadria.
Kadrita. Got it. Okay, so how come you're calling today? What can I tell you? What would you like to know?
I mainly would really like to know about my love life.
And you're how old right now?
I'm about to turn 30 next month.
Okay. Are you with anybody now?
No.
Because what I keep, this is my whole thought is as soon as you started speaking, honey. First of all, I need to help you. I want to educate you with something. Okay? As soon as you start talking, I feel this really deep sadness and this really deep longing and this really deep. It's actually turning into depression for you. And the reason that you're being depressed and the reason that you're not in the relationships that you're looking for is because you're under the false impression, and it's just a falsity. You're under the false impression that men come into our lives and choose us. And you're waiting for that knight in shining armor, and it's not that you're all glorified and all romantic. Yeah, you have a romantic side for sure. But you keep waiting for someone to come find you, and you keep waiting for someone to come choose you. And that's all great, fun, and dandy, except for the simple fact that you don't get yourself out there enough, and you don't make yourself available enough. So you keep putting up these obstacles for them to find you. And so nobody keeps showing up. My concern about that is that you keep thinking that it has to do with you. And it has nothing to do with you. It just has to do with the means and the way that you're thinking about it. So I can promise you one thing. I can promise you this. When relationships really work, when you have a really good man and good relationships, or even if it's woman to woman, it doesn't really matter if it's man to man. Really good relationships is that the person that wants the relationship most has to be in a path of choosing. You keep waiting for someone to choose you. Instead, you need to be the aggressor. You need to be the person that chooses the right person for you. Quit waiting. Quit waiting for someone to come find you and to come love you, and that the only time that you feel worthy in that is if somebody's there for you. You have a lot to offer. You have a lot to give. And there's many people out there that want to be able to be loved too. A lot of men and a lot of women, they're very shy. They sit back and they wait. And they wait and they wait. And then they wonder why they're not in a relationship. Because they're not taking the initiative. They're not making themselves available, and they stay in their comfort zone. I push you out of your comfort zone because you actually like adventure. Excuse me, you actually like excitement, and you actually like challenge. But you keep staying in the same comfort zone. You go to work, you come home, you go to bed. You don't manage to get out of your comfort zone. So my gut with you is that you need to start doing things that you never would have been thinking that you'd be doing. You know, if you need to get on Match.com, you've never been on Match.com before, then do it. If you need to start going out, to different clubs or different places, you need to get out of your comfort. That's the only thing that's stopping you from being in a relationship, and it's the only thing that's making you depressed too. And I understand that you have a place inside of yourself that you think it's proper. There's a proper thing and a proper way for those relationships to take place. Honey, we're in 2000s now. That was in 1950, 1960. It's different now. People like to socialize. People like to communicate. It doesn't matter whether the man or the woman is coming up and talking to each other. As a matter of fact, men like it. People like to change those roles up a little bit. Get out of your comfort zone, honey, and you can have something really great. You could have a relationship by October, and that's very quick. That's very quick. All you have to do is start doing things that you normally wouldn't do. Put on a little bit of different clothes. Grab a girlfriend and say, you know what, we're going out tonight. How long has it been since you've been out?
I go out. My living situation's changed where I'm not able to go out anymore. But, up until like a month ago, I would go out. No, I'm not able to go out anymore.
Why can't you go out anymore?
I'm taking care of some children that really can't be left alone ever.
Okay. So you can get online. You can do different things, and if you are taking care of somebody, if you're taking care of people and stuff like that, you can rearrange that schedule a little bit too. Okay. And have other people help you. I just want you out of your comfort zone because you have somebody really great coming to you in October. Okay? Somebody really great coming to you in October. Who's the last person that you were with?
I don't know how to answer that question.
You don't want to answer it?
I don't know how to answer it. I mean, I've been like in a sexual relationship with a person that we were previously in a real relationship, and it sometimes feels like the sexual relationship is turning into a real relationship, but at the same time it doesn't. So I never know how to to count him. I don't know how to count.
Right, I understand. The man that I see for you, okay, the man that I see for you is big. He's like 6'4", maybe 6'5". He's big, and he's dark. He's got dark hair, dark eyes, dark skin. He's beautiful. He's very handsome. He has money. He's sometimes quite full of himself, which I think you like. You can handle that. That's not a problem for you. But he's very wonderful. He can be very gentle, and he has commitment. He has like deep soul commitment, and you need to be able to get yourself out of thinking that men need to come and ask you out. When the men pick you, okay, you're in reaction to them. You have to deal with whether they're going to ask you out, whether they're going to call you, whether they're going to be your man, whether they want to get married, whether they don't, whether they just want to have sex, whatever it is, you're in reaction to it. And I want you to be able to say how you want that relationship, and that a man follows you around. If you ever watch nature, mallard ducks, okay? The male duck follows the female duck everywhere. He just follows her around. She goes waddling, and he'll come waddling after her. She goes swimming in the lake or something like that. He goes swimming. She goes flying. He goes flying. She lays down. He walks around her, and he lays down next to her. He follows her around, and she's the one that takes the initiative of where the relationship's going, whatever she wants to do. And you are a person that works really well that way. You know yourself, you're clear about yourself, but you keep waiting for all these men to tell you what they're going to do for you. It's the false belief of the romantic white knight in shining armor coming in. Okay? So you want a man, not that he's wimpy, that he has to follow you around and he doesn't have any say, but but it needs to be about you. Instead of you giving all what you're going to do for him, that he actually thinks of you first, that he actually says, I want to be your man, not I want you to be my woman. I want to be your man. I want to know how you are. I want to see how I can make you happy. What do you need? What do you want so I can be there for you? Okay? And you keep getting all these guys that are totally self-absorbed. And you're doing all the work.
Yes.
You're doing all the work. You know, and so you get confused over what they're doing. Because they're not your guy. But I see you taking a stand and asking somebody out. I see you doing it. I see you asking this guy out. And he's a guy, he's beautiful. He's tall, he's big, he's gorgeous. You love him. Okay? And that can happen in October. But but I want you out of your comfort zone.
I gotta get out there. I gotta be more aggressive. I gotta put myself out there.
You have to be more aggressive, and you have to be more confident because you have so much goodness inside of you. You really do. And you like to have fun. You like to play. You like adventure. And the only thing you've been doing, like I said, you're getting depressed. And the depression is sad because there's no need. There's no need. You're not clinically depressed. It's just being in reaction to all this other stuff. Okay? And I don't see you depressed anymore. Heck no. Go and grab some girlfriends. Go play. Okay? And go outside. Go to different places that you would normally go. So you know what? I'm trying something completely different. And I'm telling you, he's big. I'm telling you, he's like 6'4", 6'5". He's big. And he's
I like him big.
Yeah. Big and pretty. Okay?
Okay.
All right, darling. Blessings to you. You take care of yourself. We'll talk soon. Take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay, wow. Let's take, I believe we have a caller.